What's good? Happy weekend, everybody. It is fight day. I just got done watching parts of PFL Africa, and the less I say about that, the better. How we all doing, boys? How you doing, Kushu? What's good, man? Hope you're well. Hope the exams are going well. Hope the family's good. Shout out to everybody. I'm going to be hanging out for a little bit. Obviously, I'm not going to do the full card because I ain't got the stamina for it. But I'm here to talk about, as always, whatever's going on. And yeah, it should be a decent card. Looking forward to it. Want to give a shout out to everyone who's been giving support to the channel lately. I've been blown away by some of the numbers, some of the likes. The new subscribers have been amazing. I think the community's building really, really nicely. So shout out to everyone who gets involved and keeps coming back. I don't have words for how much I appreciate it. I'm going to try. Oh, your exams are in November. Sorry, I hope the preparation for the exams are going well. That's what I meant. A shout out to you, bro. I know it's very late where you are. Thanks as always for turning up. Really appreciate you. Yeah, just keep plugging away, mate. I hope it all goes really well. I think the card kicks off in about an hour from now. So yeah, I'm just gonna hang out for as long as possible and see where things take us. I mean, I only intended on doing an hour yesterday and ended up doing 3. So how you doing, Alma? What's good? Alma, where are you from, by the way? I don't think we've had had a proper chat yet. Oi, 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 you legend. How you doing, Westy? Yeah, sorry I didn't inform you about not going on earlier, but I wasn't at home. So the ice skating practice went on a little bit longer with my son, and then we decided to do some other stuff afterwards. So I got back really late and then just couldn't be fucked to go online. So decided to leave it a little bit later, but I'm here, I'm not queer, and I'm ready to go. This should be a fun night. I'm feeling a lot more energized now. Yeah, just looking forward to having a good chat with everyone. By the way, Alma, I really do like the fact that you're I think that's Charles Oliveira, right? You're a welcome addition to this channel. Anyway, hope you're having a good one. Oh, you came from MMA Uwu. I love his channel. I usually miss some of his lives, but his shorts are really good, and he looks like a tough son of a bitch. So yeah, shout out to that guy. I would love to have him on a panel sometime. So when you go in there at some point, let him know that he's very welcome on the Sunday panels. I'm trying to mix it up a little bit. How you doing, Caravaggio? What's good, man? Does anyone have their parlays locked in? Any sneaky underdogs that they might be looking to play tonight? I've got 2 still running. I've already made my money for the day, so I'm feeling pressure free. I bet against my own football team, cashed in. Yes, I'm a little bit of a snake, and I don't care. It's all about the money. What inspired you to start the channel, mate? Good question. I've kind of touched upon this once or twice, but basically, I got tired of being called a fag for bringing up MMA in front of my real life friends. So I decided, you know what? The only way I'm going to find other fags is to jump online and to find like-minded people who enjoy the sport as much as I do. So that basically led to this. Uwu has been on the panel before. No, Uwu hasn't. In fact, I think he has. If he's got a different channel name, maybe he does. Because is Uwu the same as PTSD? Yeah, is that the same channel? Because PTSD was on. This is going to sound extremely racist of me. I assume they were different people, which makes me seem less racist, if anything. Because if I'm saying the same black dude looks different, that kind of veers me away from the old racism. Do you know what I mean? Depends on how you see it. But if Uwu is PTSD MMA, then he has been on. If he's not, then he's welcome on. Your friends probably watch cricket. No, they're big football fans. Same guy. So yeah, he's been on once. And to be fair, when he came on, he was amazing. He was really good value. So tell him he can come on again, is what I'm saying. Does that make me more racist or less racist? I can't decide. We're going to celebrate our biggest festival, Diwali, mate, and we're going to burst cracker. I'm not sure what burst cracker means. In cracker, that term means white person. So does that mean you're gonna string up a white person like a pinata and crack the shit out of them? Please clarify what you mean by that. But no, Diwali's a great festival. Obviously, it gets celebrated over here as well because we've got a big Indian community in England, which we get taken the piss out of quite a lot. But I hope you have a great one, and I hope your family does as well. Ahoy, Frankie. How you doing, Cheddarhead? What's good, man? Cheddarhead, have you got any sneaky picks for me tonight? I've got 2 parlays locked in. I'm not going to tell you what they are because whenever I do, they always fail. So I'm just going to ride. I'm just going to ride it out. I've already made 100. I've already made $100 tonight. So I feel pressure free going into this one. I'll tell you you're racist and he's welcome back any given Sunday. Thank you. Best of both worlds. We might as well keep it real. Yeah. So sorry for the oh, it's all good. It's all right. I read it as fireworks anyway. So you're all good. There may be some late onset dyslexia that I haven't had diagnosed yet because I read that as fireworks. Bet the entire card on a parlay and put $1 on it. To be fair, that's a nice way to do it. What's the overall payout if you pull it up? How you doing, Chris Gray, my base Canadian brother? Where have you been, sir? And where is the channel? Where is the cooking channel, sir? I'm gonna keep applying pressure on you until you eventually fold. Need to get this done, bro. And where's your visit to the UK? Where we take a side step to good old Poland. Yeah, Chris Gray. Very disappointed, sir. I don't know where you've been, but shout out to you. How you doing, mixed martial artist? My new favorite gay hombre. Safe to you, bro. Hope you're well. Hope you're having a wonderful weekend. Just gearing up to when the fight card starts. I wouldn't say I'm blown away by this because obviously I wanted RDR to be fighting Fluffy Hernandez. He's one of my favorite fighters. So it being Brandon Allen is a major disappointment to me. But it should be a decent fight and there should be a few decent scraps in here. I watched some of that reminds me, JPL. Shit. That reminds me. I need to do my silk pajamas picks like now. I'm gonna do that as we speak. By the way, what were your views on the classical music that I recommended to you? I thought it was fantastic. Is it a sitar you sent me? Yeah, I thought it was very impressive. I like the singing. I only listened to it a couple of times, but very nice listen, bro. Thank you for recommending it to me. It was nice to get in a little bit of alternative culture. I'll put it that way. So thanks for the recommendation. Oh, all right. I'm just gonna go with hang on. You can obviously see what my pick is. I'm just going to keep it simple today. Keep the train rolling. Is this the last week? But there's one more round next week. Do they have Morgan Wallen in England? Is that some kind of alcohol? I can't see RDR losing, to be honest. But what do I know? I mean, RDR is very sloppy, and it is 5 rounders. So I don't know. It's a fight. I don't know. RDR looks like he should lose every time he's in there, but he hasn't so far. He gets like the DDP plot armor vibes from me. And Brandon Allen is actually very well rounded, but it could be an interesting stylistic matchup. Please subscribe to this Slackers cooking channel. 100%. Yo, dog, hope you're well. I've been grinding on my new job so I can afford this UFC Vancouver and move to East Coast this summer. Sweet, bro. Glad to hear it. Does that mean you're going to the card or you've bought the pay-per-view? I'm not sure what you mean by that. You know how against buying pay-per-views I am. Yeah, it was like sitar music. It was I'm probably pronouncing that incorrectly. But yeah, it was nice, man. I enjoyed it. It's nice to listen to something a little bit different, you know. I thought it was very melodic and I enjoyed listening to it. Is it something that would make it onto my playlist? Probably not, but I enjoyed it. So thank you very much for the recommendation. Please subscribe to Chris Gray. He's a top dude, long-time member of the channel, and we love him. What would your walkout song be? That's a brilliant question. I would even make it like ridiculously goofy, or I'd probably have some like satanic heavy metal shit or something to scare the shit out of my opponent. Or I'd make it really goofy so they don't take me seriously. I might go down the old like Mike Perry or Tai Tuivasa route. Just do something so goofy that they think I'm a clown and they underestimate me. National anthem. Or the Drake and Josh theme song. Yeah, I'd go for something really not serious. It's all about creating that aura of don't take this guy seriously, he's a clown. And then I'll go in there and fight like a clown. So I think it gives me the best chance. I don't really have a song that comes to mind instantaneously, to be honest. But I tell you what, the next time you come in here, I would try to have give it. It's not unusual. It's not unusual would be based. As a Welshman, I expected such an answer from you. By the way, if you're not signed up to Silk Pajamas, do yourself a favor and join the community. It's free to play. And to be perfectly honest with you, it's far more fun than doing Tapology or anything like that. There's no money involved, just bragging rights for the time being anyway. It's a growing community. Got a good friend over there who owns and runs it and then obviously created the whole thing. And I absolutely love playing this game. So join the community and become part of Silk Pajamas. Do we talk anything which really about MMA? We just talk about random stuff. Yeah, it's pretty much whatever you guys feel like talking about. I used to come in here and I used to like have planned topics that I would talk about. And usually I'd end up talking about none of them because the chat goes in its own direction. This is very much a community led this is a community led channel. There's no money involved. It's just a group where the lads and a few based females turn up to talk about whatever's on their mind on that day. It could be personal stuff, it could be politics. We got into literature quite hard last time. Whatever you need. There is also a component of if a fighter can be loose and not mentally strained, it can benefit them. I agree with that. That's why I've always felt that like weed is probably a performance enhancer in some way or another. Do you know anything that can affect your mood in there for me counts as a performance enhancer. Not that I'm really against it. Frank, have you seen the Minion movies? They seem cute. I find them fucking annoying and retarded, if I'm being perfectly honest. But I have like my son is somebody who really enjoys like the Despicable Me movies, and obviously the Minions are a big component of that. So I've seen those little yellow fuckers more times than I can care to or imagine I could count. And those movies are pretty good, but they are not cute. They are fucking annoying. Man, it feels like we are a family or like on a lunch table. That's exactly the kind of community that I want to cultivate. I just want people to come in and be comfortable being who they are and talking about whatever they want. No money exchanges hands. There's no ripping off going on. Just straight up come in, say whatever you feel, and just feel like you're part of something. That's what I want this place to be. The minions rule, man. They're like little puppies. If they existed in real life, I would spend my days hunting them down and killing them off. That would be my new job. I'd be like a minion exterminator. I wish they were real so I could see how far I could kick one across a soccer field. Annoying. Imagine how annoying they would be in real life. Fuck a duck. Anyway, if you get enjoyment out of them, fair play to you. Each to their own. Who are you choosing for Baldy Vera versus Baldy Zahabi? I'm going to be honest with you. I keep mixing up Zahabi and Firaz Ziam. Now, maybe that makes me racist as well. I'm not bothered. I'm not sure which one is fighting. I can't tell them apart. I'm gonna have to go with Zahabi just because Vera, he doesn't know how to move his head, and he's basically a punching bag. But he does have that shutout power, and I can see this going to a decision. What's your favorite Disney movie? Dumbo. Dumbo's the GOAT, in my opinion. I think Zahabi winning by decision is probably what I would go with. Because the only way Vera wins is if he finds that kill switch, and it's very unlikely. How you doing, Joey the Weed Ninja? Another OG in the building. How you doing, brother? Lovely to see you here. Really appreciate you as well. Hang on a second. I've just realized JPL is not modded. How you doing, Gaz Ninja? Another fucking OG in the building. My Scottish brother. How you doing? Hang on a second. Let me just fix this. To be fair, Gaz Ninja should probably be a mod as well. Hang on a tick. Let me just fix this little problem right now. I mean, Joey the Weed Ninja, if you were here all the time, you'd be a shoo-in as well. I need more mods while the channel was growing. Hang on a second. Let's just sort this out. And Martial Autist is definitely on the list as well. Anyway, boys, how we doing? What picks we got going? Ninja Squad is here. Wait all day for a ninja and two come along at the same time. Exactly. You cunts are like buses. I support Gaz for mod. Consider it done. There you go, Gaz. You have been promoted. How you doing, Ernie Johnson? Damn, bro, you really muted my account. This ain't an MMA if you just cancel the guys you can't debate. Ernie Johnson, I didn't cancel you at all. I've never once, and Westy will back me up on this one, yeah. I have never once banned anyone from my channel. Not even once. And I actually enjoyed our debate yesterday. I thought it was a lot of fun. I definitely didn't ban you. And if you were banned, why are you here now? Describe yourself in one word. Cunt. It's like getting an MBA. It is. There's no greater honor than being modded by Fight Night Frankie. And ninjas do make the best mods. You're 100% right. So yeah, Ernie Johnson, I apologize if you feel like you've been slighted, but I definitely did not ban you. I just didn't. But shout out to you. I'd like to thank all the people who made this mod chip happen. It's been a long time coming. Are you choosing Charles Jourdain or the crafty vet Davy Grant? Very good question, Alma. I'll be honest with you. This is a tough one for me. I am a betting man, so I'm going to say this quite honestly. I think this is a pick-em between the two of them. So I would argue, under those circumstances, I would put my money on Davy Grant. But because he often does end up on the end of bad split decisions, I probably wouldn't bet on this fight at all. I expect this one to be razor close. Our debate was cut short. This is another account right here. I was enjoying it. I mean, just because I disagree with somebody doesn't mean that I don't enjoy debating. You had some fair points to raise. I think your Hamzat glazing is outrageous, but I respect your opinion. Different opinions make debates happen in the first place. So I'm glad you're back and welcome back to the channel. How did you choose your channel's name? Funnily enough, the community picked the channel. It used to be called Bad MMA Math, and everyone hated it. So we did like a series of like votes over a couple of weeks, and eventually Fight Night Frankie was chosen. So, and there were some opportunities there to come up with some really silly names. We nearly got Anne Frank MMA, which I think would have been amazing. Disappointed that one didn't make it through. But the community were generally very good. Like they didn't pick anything too stupid because I would have gone with it. Where are you moving to next, Franklin? South America. I'm gonna visit South America. I'd have to know what it's like there before I considered making a big move somewhere else. I figure if I move somewhere again, like perm or like long term, it's gonna have to be somewhere like China, where I've been, where I can make money, but I know the lay of the land, you know. Sniff's got to learn to articulate his thoughts or just sit out when it's an MMA topic, but feel free to return when the gay topics come up. They're never that far away, Ernie. They just aren't. It usually gets zesty in here about 60 minutes in. And Frank MMA was robbed. That for me was the one. That's the one in the background I was secretly hoping would make it. But Fight Night Frankie was probably better for the actual channel itself. Move to Alaska. I could handle Alaska. I like cold weather, so I could definitely fuck with that. And I don't really like people either. So, in short, your channel can be called FNF. I mean, the thing is, though, I quite like the channel name the way that it is at the moment because at least it kind of guides people to direct it that this is essentially somewhat of a fighting channel, even though it very rarely stays that way, you know? But in future, I'm going to have to consider different ways of, I don't know, showing what this channel is about because it's not a fighting channel anymore. And Frank MMA was goated, and I think it was musical MMA that came up with it. I was so gutted. I want to eventually purchase land in Ireland. It's a very good idea. What would you use it for, though? Would you use it to just build a house on? Are you going to do a bit of farming? What's the plan? Yeah, I was hoping for Anne Frank MMA, but the small hats were out in force. Yeah, I think people kind of did me a solid on that one because Anne Frank MMA would have definitely bought a different demographic for sure. Not that I'm overly thrilled of the demographic we've got now. What's up, Rob's neighbor? How you doing, Kerry? What's good, my man? Hope you're well. Yeah, sub to this cat if you're into mechanics. Hopefully you can click on the link. I believe you can. Shouldn't be too hard. I think they've changed that now. My dream is to set up a retirement community for senior dogs. Interesting. I'm not sure if you're trolling or not, but that would be interesting. Yo, Frankie, if you can unmute people, please unmute that other account. This is literally just a backup. All right, hang on a second, Ernie. Give me a sec. I've never actually done this before, but let me go into YouTube Studio and see if I can do it. What's good, 4050? How you doing, my man? I think it's in the community tab. No. Settings, maybe? Permissions? No. Oh, for fuck's sake. Community moderation. Nope. All right. Yeah, I've never done this before, so this could be tricky. Give me a second. All right, it's obviously not in settings. Customization? No, it's not going to be customization, you fucking idiot. I would think it would be under community. Do you know what, bro? Yeah, I'm going to have a little look through this later. And I will try and work out how to do it. Because right now, I cannot see. It might be on. Oh, user management. There we go. Hang on a sec. It doesn't appear. Wow, I've got so many people banned on here. The mods have been busy. Hang on a second, Ernie. I can't even see you in here, bro. It might have been a temporary ban. Oh, there you are. I'm going to remove you now. There you are. All right, I'm back. Your mods are letting you off the hook with the MMA debates. You got off the. I didn't get off the hook. I didn't get off the hook at all. I thought it was. The thing is, yeah, it was one of those arguments, yeah, that was never ever gonna have a winner. It wasn't. And your assertion, yeah, that Tom Aspinall isn't a real champion is very stupid. It's a very stupid thing to say, and I think everyone disagreed with you. Your Hamzat comments, you saying Hamzat was pound for pound as well, was equally dumb, equally stupid. Truly, there was no winning that debate. You can't win a debate with a take that stupid. I'm just going to be honest with you. Like, Tom Aspinall has literally cleared his way through the entire top 10. The reigning champion ran away from him to the point where he defended his interim belt. And you're saying he's not a real champion. I don't even know what to say to you. And saying Hamzat's pound for pound when he's fought 3 times in 3 years, and you got somebody like Marab who's fought 3 times this year and is about to go for his 4th, is insane. What's the thing you hate about your country? I'll just say that everything's too expensive, taxation's too high, and we're a bit soy. So with me, you ask for one, you always end up getting three. So those would be the main things: high taxation, high prices on goods, and the fact that we are fucking soy. Not that I am. I'm a king amongst men. Jones was ducking. He knew he was losing that one, 100%. And now he's suddenly back in it, back in the game now that he knows that the Alex Pereira fight is viable. What's great about the Alex Pereira fight, though, is they both genuinely believe they can beat each other. Boo, Ernie, get Bert in here. Ernie, here's the thing, yeah. Ernie's been in here a couple of times, and he's a good guy. Me saying you've got a dumb take is not like an insult to you. It's just, those are two ridiculous things. There's no way of justifying those two opinions that you both had. Which country had the most chads? It depends how you I would say somewhere like Poland or Russia as the most chads. How you doing, random person? Good to have you back. Is Ireland being invaded by other cultures significantly? I would say that Ireland has gone so far being liberal that we don't even know what we are anymore. We don't know. I said Hamzat was pound for pound before he fought DDP and Rob, which was also stupid. I think the problem is, is that I don't think you. Here's the problem, I'll just put it this way, So many people have different opinions on what pound for pound means. For me, it should be, you should have a title, you should have an excellent CV, and you should be active. And then fourth on that list would be your fighting style. Hamzat Chimaev doesn't have any of those things. Now, the fifth thing might be, he could fight and win in multiple divisions. He maybe has that. He doesn't have the other four. So saying he's pound for pound is fucking stupid. Mate, in my opinion, you're very down to earth, no selfishness, arrogance, and all. I appreciate that. I do sometimes go a little bit scorched earth on people, but it's all out of love. Especially if you have clown in your name. I promise I don't take it personally at all. I would only be offended if my MMA points are proven to be wrong. The thing is, Ernie, in several years now, you might be proven to be right, but right now you don't have a leg to stand on. He's too inactive and his CV is not good enough. And also his fight style, it also has very clear holes in it. And I spent a good half an hour talking about this yesterday. So I don't want to let it completely dominate the chat. Do you think a 135-pound Merab beats a 135-pound Chimaev? Exactly. We all know the answer to that question. Hamzat Chimaev would die drowning. He would literally die from exhaustion within 5 minutes of that fight. Hamzat loses to Aljo if they were both 145. I don't hate that either. All this conversation spawned from somebody saying that Hamzat Chimaev would beat Alex Pereira, which is fucking retarded. There is no way he would lose. He would beat Alex Pereira. There's no way. Hamzat would be favorite against any. No, he wouldn't. He would not. Oh my god. You could make a case at 185 maybe, because 185 pounders are shit. It's a shit division. At 205, he loses to Ankalaev. He loses to Alex Pereira. He loses to Israel Adesanya. He loses to Jan Blachowicz. Jan Blachowicz fucks him up. Carlos Ulberg fucks him up. You are just wrong. Merab gasses Hamzat in 2 rounds. I don't even think it would take 2 rounds. I legit don't. Pound for pound is about comparing the records fighters from different weight divisions. I do think it gets a little bit complicated because I do think the way that you win, who you beat, how often you fight is relevant as well. But that's the problem with the whole pound for pound list. And that's why it's made so deliberately vague so that we can have these arguments. The pound for pound list literally exists to make us argue. And that's exactly what we're doing. I'm not saying Hamzat Chimaev is a shit fighter. I'm not saying that. Saying he's pound for pound is dumb. Don't mind. I don't know anything about MMA. I'm just here to just yap. I appreciate that, Kusha. You can talk about anything you want to. I didn't even think about Jan. He would destroy Hamzat. He would fucking wreck Hamzat. Destroy him. You think Hamzat's going to bully Jan Blachowicz? You're smoking. Marab has a very compelling argument. I said Marab would walk through these guys, and so it's no shade against Marab. Marab has a better case right now by a mile. I just think Hamzat is going to prove it. Pantoja has got a better case. And so does Ilya Superior. Those 3 wins that Ilya Superior got in a row are hands down better than Hamzat, anything Hamzat's ever done. 3 knockouts against elite level competition. Volk, Max, Charles. That alone should have him sitting on top of the pound for pound list, if not second. Hamzat has done nothing even that you can compare to that. So you think wet blanketing Drickus and beating Whitaker gets him on top of pound for pound? You're making no sense, mate. I want JDM to beat Islam so bad. I think you're going to get your wish. RDR or Allen, who you've got? I've got RDR, but it's not like I'm supremely confident. RDR looks shit. He looks like he shouldn't win. But he does. So I'm going to keep backing him until he proves me wrong. Ilya is the best, man. For me, Ilya is the pound for pound best fighter on the roster. Who would be the favorite to beat Hamzat according to... I don't care about Vegas odds. You don't understand how odds work. Odds aren't predicated on who the best fighter is. They are predicated on who the betting community think the most bets are going to come in on. It has nothing to do with who's better and who's worse. It's literally to make sure that they make their money. That's why the odds exist the way that they do. All those 205s you're talking about are guys you think are going to be good, but I can't see it. The Vegas odds don't mean anything. I don't think you have an understanding of how Vegas odds work. In your school years, did you give your teachers some nicknames? Not that I can really think of, you know. I'm sure we did, because everyone does that, right? I hope Ilya's alleged divorce doesn't mess with his performance in the octagon. Hang on a second. I'm just going to open the window. I think it's going to make him... Imagine how... like, look at how good he was before, yeah? Imagine how good he's going to be without a naggy fucking woman in his ear. It could mean he spends more time at home, though, so it could have the reverse effect. Pound for pound comes from boxing, where the heavyweights were always the most popular fighters. It's literally just to create arguments. That's all it's there for. Arguments, most importantly, that can never be won. At the end of the day, if you think Hamzat Chimaev is pound for pound number 1, fair enough. I 100% disagree with you. And I think it's a retarded thing to say and a wrong thing to say. But you are entitled to your opinion, and I respect you for it. But acting in any way, here's the thing. I'm not immune to losing arguments. It happens. Heartbroken Ilya is unstoppable. We're about to find out. Heartbroken. I'm sorry. Do your students have nicknames for you? They always make comments about how bald I am. One of my students calls me Frankentits, but she's fucking retarded. So I don't even know what that means. I told you guys I seen DDP fight in Toronto when you guys said it was going to be a tough fight for Hamzat. So that fight isn't what I'm using. I told you all the reasons yesterday why I believe, but again, you're making a very stunted, one-dimensional argument. He's a better fighter than DDP. Yes, we learned that on the night, but it doesn't mean that he's a better pound. He deserves to be pound for pound over someone like Ilya, who's had 3 legendary wins in a row, and Merab, who's motorboated his way through the entire division and is actually lapping people now and is active. The guy fights every 3 months. And you think Hamzat deserves to be top of pound for pound? Crazy. I'm not a big fan of Ilya. Nothing about his performance, just his attitude and cockiness. Alex Pereira, however, is humble and great. I think sometimes you need to have a little bit of... The thing is about Ilya, I always respect somebody who comes in there a little bit cocky, but after the fight is very, very respectful. And he's always respectful towards his opponents when he beats them. So I give that kind of credit to Ilya. I used to dislike him for the same reason. But after the fights are over, he's hands down, like, he's humble. And he gives his opponents respect. So Ilya is a wannabe prime Conor, but he can never be as big as Conor. I completely agree. He has openly admitted that he does model himself on McGregor. And a lot of people do. But you can't capture lightning in a bottle like that. Yeah, Frankentits is wildly inappropriate. I thought to like ask her what she meant by that, but then I didn't want to get drawn into a sexualized conversation. So I just ignore it. Mostly my students make comments about how old I am and how I'm bald in. But it is what it is. You know, that's true. He does show respect. That's what I'm saying. I mean, whatever's said and done before the fight is what it is. But after the fight, when you see the true respect that people give to each other, and obviously it's easy to show respect when you are on the winning side. But are you an English teacher? Yeah, I'm actually an English professor. Frank and Tits MMA is not a bad shout. But again, if I get gay comments now, imagine what I'm going to get. Pedo is back on. How you doing, Jamie Bruce? Not a pedo. But the fact that you're back and you think I'm a pedo says a lot about you, sir. You should maybe look at yourself. He's the best grappler in the UFC. He beat the champs of every division, and he's not tougher than every guy on the roster. Unstoppable force versus immovable object. The onus is upon the opponent. Again, you're just talking in platitudes here, mate. You're not making any sense at all. I hope he gets the Alex Pereira fight because Alex Pereira would literally murder him. They'll probably go bald before you do. Most men have a receding hairline. Well, most of the people who say it are most of the students who say it are girls or women, young ladies. I would say. You seem sad. I'm a pretty happy chappy, to be fair. I'm going to explain something to you about how I am as a personality, right? I'm never depressed ever, but I'm also never ever really happy either. I'm always in this weird middle ground, and I love it that way. I think Pereira is the GOAT. Sarthak, you can make an argument for that. Having 2 UFC titles and 2 K1 titles makes him unique in the combat sports world. Yo, have you watched One Piece yet? I've got a One Piece tattoo somewhere here, bro. I've got Luffy somewhere right there. I haven't seen the last, I've seen up to where he fights Kaido, and then I kind of lost interest. I bet the twinks in your class adore you. I mean, I've never asked, nor will I ask, but I would hope not. And I say the same for the females. Whenever I get any kind of attention, it makes me very uncomfortable. I don't like it. Why was Khabib so great? I hate him personally, so trust me. I'm not trying to get into a debate defending him. I'm just saying he's a difficult reason to beat for the same reason as Hamzat. Again, we're just circling around the same points, though, bro. I can make the same arguments about Khabib. Horrible striker. 75% of his CV is garbage. Can you remember the moment or place you felt the happiest? For me, it was my vacation in Japan. Japan is my favorite country I ever visited. It's the first place I went on vacation with the mother of my children, and it was amazing. To be honest, my happiest moment was when my son was born. 100%. When all my children were born, really. You can't describe a feeling like that. If you're a dad, you know. The fifth gear was bullshit. What, when he turns into, what is it, Joy Boy, and starts bouncing around the place? I've got to that place in the mangas, but not in the anime. What was your dream job, or what would have been your favorite job, even if you got paid low? I'd want to be a writer. I'd want to write literature, and I still plan on doing that. You can make an argument for Alex being the GOAT somehow. That's the best fighter of all time. Bro, he has more of a case than fucking Hamzat. In fact, let's just settle this dumb shit right now. We're gonna put it to the community, because your Hamzat ball licking is fucking legendary just by itself. Give me a second. Let's just settle this dumb shit in the chat right now, because you seem to think you're cooking me, and I just wanna get this up. Maybe you are. Who is higher on the GOAT list? Hamzat, Alex, Pereira. I'm just going to put Poatan. Are the fights on? I think they're starting they're either starting now or in the next few minutes. Yo, fam British, how you doing, Fabs? Do you have any ideas for a story? I've got a few. There's a drunk outside my window screaming, "You need an army." I don't, to his friend. It's fucking he's about to get into a scrap here that he can't handle, and he's giving it big talk. That's what he's doing. That is what he's doing right now. He's in over his head and he's saying, "You need an army." I do this stuff all the time. Whenever I'm in a fight that I can't handle, I act like, "You need more guys, bring more guys." That's how I roll. How you doing, Shalini? How you doing, Unknown Edits? Yo, what do you usually do in this channel? Unfortunately, you're seeing it. We just talk absolute bullshit. Hamzat beaten out of Prime GM3. Yeah, he's lucky he didn't get Prime GM3. Hamzat has been too inactive to be the GOAT. And yet somehow we've had this argument spilling from yesterday into today. He's acting. Chimaev should not be in the top 5 pound for pound right now. Let alone he needs like 5-10 more title fights to be anywhere close. Alex Pereira came from a different sport and already has 2 belts and has been a 3-time world champion. We need to stop this stupidity. I can make an argument just against Hamzat versus Alex, let alone Hamzat and everyone else. We haven't even got into Marab. We haven't got into Ilya. It's silly. What's the progress on the bully situation? I have a meeting with his teacher next week. So we're going to get it done. How you doing, Kaif? What's good, bro? Kaif and Zari, nice to see you, bro. Much love from India. I appreciate you. Much love from the UK. I'm just going to start telling people I'm from the UK now. It's just faster. The amount of times I've said I'm from Ireland, but I grew up in the UK, it's getting tiresome. Other sports you like? What other sports do I like? I like football. I like basketball. I like boxing. I'm into almost anything, really. And Pereira does have great takedown defense. 100% autist. You are correct. How you doing, Patates? I can't understand the language you are writing, but much love to you. Hope you are having a wonderful day. I hope you appreciate. Are you a rider? Don't know what that means. Raja Kumar, nice to meet you. It's getting to the point now, yeah, where I'm gonna have to turn this into I'm gonna have to start doing Indian related content because I've got so many subscribers from India now. I'm gonna have to show some love to the homies. You know what I mean? How you doing, Hitler? What's good, bro? That's a sentence I never thought I'd say out loud. By the way, if you are new here or you are just hanging out, do your boy a favor, throw up a like on the channel. We actually hit nearly 60 likes on the last one, which for me was mind-blowing. Fights on, boyos. Good luck with your bets. All right, I'm going to jump over to UFC and start watching this as well. Let's do the thing right. You can make an argument, but you wouldn't be likely to win. Did we just forget Pereira's dog shit wrestling? Now, did we forget Hamzat's dog shit striking? Did we forget Hamzat's inactivity? I can't have this conversation with you all day long when you won't consider the other side of the argument. Thanks for the NBA, Frankie. You are very, very welcome. USA Indians versus UK Indians. I like when your upper lip touches your lower lip. You mean when I speak? Thank you. Poatan's got 67% of the vote, and how many votes do we have? 18. To be honest, yeah, I expected a little bit more of a landslide. Nice to meet you, Over Mortal Psycho. That's quite a sick name. All right, we've got Croden versus Lisboa, your standards, dog shit women's MMA fight. The more you bring Indians into the chat, the more toxicity they will bring here. The thing is, yeah, I think with a lot of the Indian guys, they come in, they talk a little bit, and then they fuck off and we never see them again. But the ones that stay are generally all cool. So I don't have an issue with it. As long as you're bringing cool vibes and you're not a complete mongoloid, you're welcome to hang out as much as you want. Best Frank in MMA, Frank Shamrock. I answered that way too quickly. Frank Shamrock should be in the Hall of Fame. Yes, keep doing that. I'm almost done. There's always one. There's always one gooner in here. And I suspect more than one. I'm not giving any play-by-plays on this fight because I don't want to. Just watch it. I'm a big fan of Alex and thought it was inspirational when he walked up to his opponent and told him, I don't want to go back to the tire shop. Wrestling over striking every day when you shoot early. Again, bro, I disagree. I put cardio over gassing out in 2 minutes over anything as well. Cardio is king, my friend. Hamzat has no cardio and his striking is not that good. And he's kind of dumb sometimes. And he's inactive. And let's face it, yeah, I can never put somebody on the top of the GOAT list who frequently loses to fucking colds, who loses to the sniffles. What do you think of the state of Britain? I saw videos of Tommy Robertson. It seems people are very divided. See, Britain is being kind of seen as a racist country these days, and I don't believe that's what's happening. I believe what's happening is that they're more worried about people coming in illegally and doing things the wrong way. Immigration isn't the problem. It's people coming in and not behaving with respect towards the country. And I think any country would feel that way. I think the era of wrestling being king is close to being over. And I think the champions we currently have reflect that. And when we've got Pantoja, who's a bit mixed. We've got Marab, who obviously is a wrestler. We've got Volkanovski, who's pretty much a striker that can wrestle. We've got Ilya Tapuria, who's definitely a striker. We've got JDM, who's definitely a striker. We've got Baby Boy Hamzat, he hasn't had a title defense yet. We've got Alex Pereira, striker. Tom Aspinall, kind of a little bit of both. Love you, Bay. Oh god damn. Early morning. How you doing, Chonpan Izong? Nice to see you. Where are you from and what has brought you to the channel today? Hope you're having a good day. Who is the best 155er of all time? If you said Ilya Tapuria, then you know nothing about 155. He's had one fight at 155. He is not the greatest 155er of all time. He's not even the greatest 145er of all time. I would say Volk is the greatest featherweight of all time. And I would say the greatest 155er of all time. Boy, that's a tough one, you know. That is a tough one because at 155, the belt doesn't really hang around for that long. It very much depends on your opinion. Cardio is irrelevant when you're not going to be fighting Pereira in the 3rd round. By the way, I'm not fighting for Hamzat to be the GOAT. I'm just saying he's on that path if he continues. He's not, though. I guarantee you, Ernie, you're not going to see him fight until at least January or August of next year, which is fucking disgraceful. To live happily, take responsibility, face your challenges, and pursue meaning over fleeting pleasure. I can't understand why you can't have both. Your opinion. My opinion on what? I've basically blinked and missed this 1st round, and I'm very happy for it. I think the greatest and the best fighter have slightly different meanings to me, and that's the way that you should see it. If you think Hamzat Chimaev is the best all-round fighter, I don't know what to say to you. I really don't. There is in no category can you place Hamzat Chimaev on top of the pound-for-pound list, let alone a future even less so a future GOAT. There's nothing to suggest that. How you doing, Mr. Vibes? What's good, bro? Very true. For me, any country I visit, I treat with respect. I follow the rules, I experience culture, but most of all, I know I'm an outsider, so it becomes natural. So the thing is, Yui, yeah, I should stop. The thing is with vlogging, yeah, I don't think people would find it that interesting. But I do vlog when I go on holiday. So if you look back at some of my old streams, I do when I go to Asia specifically, I go to bars and just show you how it goes. How you doing, Monarch? What's good, bro? Good to have you back. Yeah, I was ranting and raving about something. I forget. Yeah, Ernie, I just can't agree with you. And let's just say we agree to disagree, even though I'm 100% right. Why do you bring up being active for Hamzat, but not with your greats? Hamzat proved that he's willing to be active. No, but that oh my God. You can't say he said he's going to be active when he hasn't been active. I'm sick of that argument. We'll see, won't we? Because he has his passport issues sorted out and he's apparently healthy. Let's see when the cunt fights next. I guarantee you, yeah, it won't be until at least June or July next year. It won't be for another at least 9 months since he last fought. I guarantee it. And we've got Dons fighting every 3 months, and you think this guy can be compared? It's idiotic. I want to see Paddy fight in recent. What do you think should be his next opponent? I think they should just do Gamrot. Fuck it. Who do you have winning today, Reindeer? I've got RDR winning, but I think it's going to be a sloppy shit fight. Ernie, I think most people disagree with you. Do you speak? No, I don't. I'm sorry, Mr. Z. I only speak English. I'm not really that well, to be honest. Can barely speak English, mate. But shout out to you. Welcome to the channel. I've already made my money today, so I'm pretty much you know, I'm on fumes right now. I'm now only 10 subscribers from 1.4k. 10. Which is amazing to me. I only got to 1,000 a couple of months ago, so I'm chuffed. How you doing, Kavishka? Nice to meet you. O'Neill. Paddy versus Charles, I'd like to see. They're gonna do. I would like to see Paddy versus Charles, but they kind of need to do Charles versus. The reason why I don't want to see it now is because Paddy's got so much time left in the sport. He's still young, whereas Oliveira and Holloway are on their way out. So just make them fight each other. It's guaranteed to be a great fight. Just do it. I fuck with you. I don't have any double standard. I don't have double standards for Hamzat and Jones. I have the same opinion about that for anyone. For anyone. The only beef I cannot explain this to you more clearly. I don't have any beef with you about where you're from, what your religious preferences are, what your sexual preferences are. I couldn't give a fuck. What I care about is how active you are and how you fight. And for me, that's why I don't like Hamzat Chimaev. And I don't want him to be champion. Do I think he's good at what he does and effective at what he does? Yes. But calling him the pound for pound great right now in any situation is stupid. Banana party, if you smell. I'm just put those two things together. I'm not sure what that means. And the winner fight Max. I mean, I wouldn't hate that either. But I think if Paddy wins his next fight, he's going to be looking at a title shot. Look at Habib, Tommy, and Islam have on their resumes before you gave them the chance for the belt. Look who did. Khabib's CV is fucking shit. I don't even want to get into that. How are you doing? I feel like I have brain damage. Why is that? Did Justin versus Max surprise you? It did. I thought Justin was going to be too big for him. The GOAT is GSP. GSP is in my top 3. I slightly have him over Jones, if I'm being honest. Just because of the amount of cheating that he's done. Can you beat Habib? No. But I know people that can beat Habib. I know fighters that could have beaten Habib. The only issue I have with Khabib, truly, is that his CV is 75% bollocks, and he retired too early. How you doing, Nikki? What's good, bro? Who is your favorite UFC fighter? Mine is Conor. See you later, Kushu. Nice to see you, bro. I'm looking forward to seeing you on the next one. Thank you so much for turning up early. I really appreciate you. The people hate Jones because he got fucked up. No, I hate Jones because he's a zesty, cheating, ducky little cunt. That's why I hate him. And he beats up women. And he's a weirdo. What CV? The people you fought. Khabib fought taxi drivers and fucking delivery guys before he got to the UFC. His record to get to 20-0 is embarrassing, and he lost to Tibau. Rewatch the Tibau fight and tell me you didn't lose. Do you masturbate? Obviously. Obviously. But probably not as much as you do. Hello from India. We're a big fan. Please. I can't shout that out. I know what you're doing, but shout out to you though, bro. We need Pantoja versus Aspinall. Exactly. We do. If Khabib kept fighting, who, if anyone, beats him? That argument could very much be made. Well, you wouldn't say that to John's face. No, I wouldn't. Because he's a professional fighter and he would kill me. There are some the 2 women's fighters I'm watching right now who I think are shit would both kick my ass. but I still have the balls to call them shit cunts. Because that's how I roll. That's real courage. Knowing somebody would rip your head off and still calling them a cunt to their face. They don't talk about the Gleason Tibau performance. He lost that fight. Are you from the UK? Yeah, I am. It makes it faster. I grew up in the UK, yeah. I grew up in London, which is why I sound like this. So you're a fucking shit talker, pussy cunt. In some ways, I guess I am, but I've been in scraps. I'm Irish, but I grew up in Britain. I can't bring myself to say that. But Vias, you're online right now talking shit to somebody that you don't know. So what does that make you? I don't really understand your point. So are you telling me I'm not allowed to say that somebody's not good at something because I don't do that thing myself? It's like watching a movie. It's like going to the cinema and seeing a bad movie, but not being able to say that because I'm not a director. It's a stupid argument. I have grappling experience and I have judo experience as well. But again, if you want to come in hot, just think about it, yeah? Just think about what you're doing. You're arguing with somebody on the internet, bro. It's pretty weak. Which sports are famous in your country? Football's probably the most famous sport by far, but there are many. I mean, fucking snooker's famous here. Peaky Blinders, I do love a bit of Peaky Blinders. I do think that Hamzat is just too overpowering. He literally ragdolls anyone. He controlled DDP as if he was a kid. Very, very true. For me, Hamzat, if he becomes double champ, will definitely become one of the best. And I agree with you. Money Heist is pretty decent. Calm down, buddy. I'm absolutely fine. It probably sounds like I'm excited and crashing out right now, but I'm absolutely not. Maybe I am. I am, bro, I am. But are you? Yes. Yes. Tony Ferguson versus Khabib was mandatory for real hardcores. That's another strike against him. But Khabib would have beaten Tony Ferguson. I think we all know that now. Cum slut. Fine, whatever. I'm not bothered. Thanks very much. Thanks for stopping by and adding to my watch hours, you dumb cunt. You dumb retard. How you doing, Go Google? What's good? How you doing, Tuan King? I don't know what the mixture of... Cricket is very popular here as well. Cricket is. Cricket for me is more fun to play, though, than it is to watch. Cricket's a very fun sport to play. Just get your hair cut and you'll look like them. I just need one of those... I just need one of those granddad caps and I think I'll be good to go. I've definitely got the face for it. Peaky Blinders was fucking amazing. I think I would have done very well back then. That's disrespectful to Tony, and you'll clearly have forgetting what type of freak he was in his prime. Tony Ferguson was amazing, but he's also dumb as fuck. Tony Ferguson had a really good run, and it was impressive, but his IQ was way too low. In his prime, he was an absolute savage. I think he would have given Khabib a good fight, but I think Khabib would have ultimately beaten him. Hamzat is like the MMA version of Shaquille O'Neal. It's extremely dominant in one area of his game. It's physically dominant and at the same time has certain holes in certain areas. Hamzat's already proven that if you force him to work, he gets tired. And if somebody can do that against him, we can all agree that if that Kamaru Usman fight had been 5 rounds, he would have 100% lost. Who the fuck are you? I'm nobody. You go away. You're in my channel. It would be me knocking on your door, going into your house and telling you to get the fuck out. If you don't like what you're looking at, get the fuck out. Neither of the... I don't think either of them could be referred to as unstoppable force and immovable object. They were both excellent fighters that would have been really interesting. Love from India. How you doing, Kumar? Tumbaku, where are you from, by the way? Let's try and have a civil conversation. You are from India. Nice to meet you, sir. Whereabouts in India? Hey, is that bird poo on your left upper shoulder? Not sure if it is. Better I should let you... Thanks, bro. I appreciate you looking out for me. What do you think about India? In other countries, they say that India has zero civic stance and is the worstest country. I've never been to India. I do have Indians that are friends of mine. I do think it's a fascinating culture, but there are some things that I agree with and that I don't that I do disagree with. For example, learn to fucking queue. All right. Is your name like Bad Mama? It's Bad MMA, you dumb shit. I'm kidding. Nice to have you. What does your name mean? The Master. How you doing? Who do you think is the most well-rounded fighter of all time? Demetrius Johnson, who's also my GOAT, and that's why I have him at top of my GOAT list. Because unlike your boy Hamzat, he has multiple title defenses, has gone to many divisions, and is well-rounded in every facet of the game. How do you feel about Americans? I don't really have a generalized opinion on them because I mean Americans all over the place are all different, aren't they? They just are. Hang on. Hamza has controlled his opponent. Oh, I can't have this conversation with you anymore. It's boring, man. It's fucking boring. Look at Usman's face. No, I'm not. That is a stupid, stupid argument. Just watch the fight. Kamaru Usman deserved at least a draw in that fight. I can't explain it to you any other way. According to the way that the rules were or the way that the scoring criteria is, he should have gotten at least a draw. And Hamzat was lucky to escape that fight of a win. I don't care what you say. Sorry, sir, but you look like Berlin. I'll take that. He's a great character. Did you ever watch Game of Thrones? I did. Game of Thrones was one of the greatest TV shows of all time and ended as one of the worst of all time. Would you eat Indian street food? If I had the medication with me ready. Probably not. How you doing, Rao? What's good, bro? Do you want to hear? Do you wear 100% cotton zip hoodies with a hood? I don't really check what my clothing is made out of. To be honest, I don't. What a strange question. Yeah, Autist, you have now been granted the power of a mod. Feel free to use it wisely or not. I think first you are Tom Holland. Well, thank you very much. Where are you from, sir? That's not a bad thing to be called for. That's not a bad thing to be called. Just a quick reminder to everyone as well. If you are here, hit a like and sub to the channel if you're new. It'd be nice to have you as part of the community as long as you're a chill person. What is your favorite Indian food? I would go with butter chicken. I know that sounds like a very bland answer, but it just is. I love butter chicken. I don't really like spicy food, but Indian food is very good. How you doing, Torek? Nice to see you here. My celebrity crush is Scarlett Johansson. I don't like white bitches. I'll be honest. Yeah, of course. We have this happening every so often, Yui. It's just you just ignore it. It's silly. First of all, I'm not monetized and I don't give a fuck about channel strikes. Suvik, I am from Ireland, but I grew up in England. Calling DJ the GOAT is so lunatic and shows you value character and respect in MMA more than you value a killer. I don't even know where to begin with that. Ernie, I feel like you're trying to trigger me at this point, and I'm not going to fall for it. How you doing, Caden? I vaguely remember you coming in. Yeah. Check the label of the zip hoodie. I don't really care, Daniel Garcia. It doesn't really matter to me. You ain't Tom Holland. You got me. I'm not. I'm nobody. I'm Tom Holland's retarded cousin. Hey, bro, where you from? I'm from Ireland, but I grew up in England. Have you watched one battle after another? I haven't. I have a question, sir. You know about develops engineers. Tell me what's better option for engineers. A great career. Just pursue what you think you're most passionate about. Raja Jackson needs to be in jail. Well, he's going to go to jail whether he likes it or not because he was dumb enough to film the before, the during, and the after of the whole thing. So if he doesn't go to jail, it's going to be a fucking miracle. What a dumb retard. And I have to be honest, yeah, I feel bad about the situation because I quite liked Raja Jackson. I used to enjoy his little shorts, his banter, but not his little, like the shorts that he wears, his YouTube shorts, just to clarify. I used to enjoy his interactions with his father, so it's a shame, really, that he turned out to be such a fucking spastic. You can't fight, mate. I never said that I could. I'm from Kenya. Nice to meet you, Paul Kagami. Interesting name. Sounds like a very, very Japanesey type name. Do you have an anime crush? No, I don't. I don't jerk off to cartoons. Your favorite English Premier League team, Newcastle United, sir. Very disappointed with the result today, but Robert Patterson from Chipotle. That's a good one. I deserve that. Bro, just look at this actress now. Mad Hubala. Let me see. I will say this here. Yeah, she all right. She all right. Looks a bit manly though, if I'm going to be honest. I'm sorry. Wow, she died in 1969. That's a convenient year. Do you watch cricket? Nah. I used to play it though. DJ is amazing. I think he was champion in UFC, and exactly. DJ is clearly never juiced. And let's be real, yeah. DJ won with kicks, punches, arm bars, chokes, back kicks, knees to grounded opponents. Pick for Bakoev versus Belgarui. I've got Bakoev. Belgarui is shit. He's a dangerous striker, but I think he's going to get taken down, and I think he's going to get fucked in the ass. And I love Bakoev. Belgarui could knock him out. If he catches him flush, it could happen, but he's very unskilled. Hey, Sunshine, how you doing, Peter Vanderbilt? The beauty of MMA is time will tell who's right and wrong. Well, you've set yourself up very, very well. So either you're going to be right or I'm going to be right. And time will tell. But right now, you're correct. What you're saying is stupid. Is this math or martial arts? Did you come to find a math channel? Do people search on YouTube for math channels? The channel used to be called Bad MMA Math. It has nothing to do with actual mathematics. Sorry to disappoint you, Ben Abe. Fucked my mood in 4 seconds. Thank you, mate. Really sorry, man. If DDP knew how to tackle the wrestling, the fight would have been way more interesting. DDP thought he was going to gas him out. He thought he could just get through the first couple of rounds, survive, and that Hamzat would gas. No. You speak British. I've never heard somebody say British. It's English. And Americans, it's still English. Man, you were just amazing. You pick all my questions. Thank you, mate. Respect. Much appreciated, man. I try to keep up with the chat as much as I can, but what do you mean? Is WRC World Rally Championship? I've never seen it, but I imagine it would be awesome. A DJ threw his opponent and did an armbar midair. That's literally insane skill. Hamzat could never do that in his fucking life. DJ was 125 pounds. I would hope he's a versatile fighter. What's more impressive is when the heavier guy can... Oh, you're exhausting, mate. Listen, yeah. Hamzat is not well-rounded enough or active enough. Shut up, okay? He is not... I'm kidding. I don't want you to shut up. But it's a silly argument, mate. I don't even know exactly what you're pitching at. I don't get what your point is. That's how diluted this conversation has become. Hamzat is nowhere near in the conversation. He's not pound for pound number one, and he's not even on the GOAT radar. So let's just end this conversation right now. My apologies. It's just that I was confused. Good tidings to you, sir, and God bless your viewers. Thank you very much, Ben Abe. I appreciate having you here. This is the hottest I've ever got in a or the most heated I've ever got in a live stream. Do you know Anshul the Goat Jubilee from India? I do. I'm very sorry for you, bro. You'll get one eventually. Belgarui is fucking huge for middleweight. He's massive. He is massive. How you doing, Moonart? Nice to see you. A nice pussy you've got there. Are you bad in mathematics? I was all right. I'm a mostly English and humanities based student. How you doing, Shivam? And now obviously I'm a professor in that very field. I can do mathematics at a basic level. You know, I'm not mathematically. I can do everyday mathematics very easily, but if you're going to ask me for anything complex, you're in the wrong place. Te amo bad. My name is Biad. Te quiero mucho. Thank you very much. Drink cold water. I can't at the moment. I've got a sore throat. And apparently that's really bad for it. We are all sorry for us. Yeah, Anshul Jubilee at least got to the UFC. So, and same with Pooja Tomar. I mean, Pooja Tomar lost to an Irish lady. one of the worst we've got. It looked like she was about to win, though. If Demetrius had 6 foot height and make 220 pounds, John never beats him. I agree. Good night, Caden. Thank you for turning up as always, mate. I really appreciate you. You're always welcome. Bro, calculus is the hardest. Mate, anything complicated mathematics-wise, I'm just not down for it. I'll be perfectly real with you. You're from Ethiopia. One of my best friends is Ethiopian. And he's a good lad. He's not even a friend of mine, really. He's pretty much family. And I've got a whole load of Eritrean friends as well, so sorry about that. I know you guys aren't on the best of terms. And rightfully so. Is Diddy in jail? Yeah, you got like 3 years. So he's going to be out in about 2 weeks, I guess. What's your favorite liquor? For me, it's Irish whiskey. I would have to say it used to be Irish whiskey, but I'm going to be real with you. Japanese whiskey has kind of emerged as my favorite. Where are you from? I'm from Ireland, but I grew up in the UK. 6'6" at middleweight is crazy. 6'6", you know. I'm from Uganda. Do you know the way? I do know Uganda. I was watching PFL Africa earlier on. Some of those Ugandan brothers look vicious, man. Vicious. I wrote move on from Hamzat before Simon. Oh, yeah, fair enough. Sorry for crashing out. Do you know D-Way? I don't. Bro, do you have a tank and missiles? No, I don't. I can show you the way. Very clever. Japanese whiskey. Damn, Japanese whiskey is sensational. Sensational. You noob. I'm a noob in loads of things. What are you talking about specifically? Fuck it. Mod Ernie at this point. He's deserved it for his persistence, to be honest. Oh, fuck. How am I not talking about whiskey to Irish? I mean, that's a very racist thing to say, sir. However, you're 100% correct. If you want to get my attention, start talking whiskey, because I can go on about that all day. I love me a good whiskey. Come on, Bakoev. Oh, Bakoev is getting tagged up a little bit. Will you be able to read my name? Shivam. Shivam. Hopefully I'm correct. How are you doing, Manoj Singh Aswal? Putin. I'm not Putin. Do you know about the 666 conspiracy? Don't know what you're referring to. But you're welcome to share it. Bro looks like Elon Musk from Temu. I get that quite a lot. I mean, a Temu Elon Musk would still be pretty expensive, right? Bro, you should delete yourself drinking whiskey. I mean, if things go to plan, eventually that will be what happens. You can mute, but you can't debate Modsy. What are your thoughts on Conor McGregor lifting weights? Oh, right. Do you know what? Yeah, I'll be honest with you. Yeah, I still haven't seen that picture. Obviously, yeah, I know that it exists, but I'm not zesty enough to actually. My curiosity couldn't get the better of me. I didn't want to check it out. All right, Bakoev now has Belgarui up against the fence, kind of. This is where Belgarui looks. Now he's fucked. Now he's down. Belgarui is really shit. Shout out to Conor. I've never debated you on that. I used to be the biggest Conor dick rider in existence. Like, I loved Conor McGregor, and now I just think he's an absolute moron. Have you seen Conor McGregor in real? Yeah, I saw him at Bellator Dublin a couple of years ago. He was in the crowd. He's quite a small guy, to be fair. But I've never met him, but I was literally like 10 feet away from him. I was in the front of it. That's the closest I ever got to him. Not that I'm his stalker or anything. Before Tony Ferguson retirement, he should fight. I think Tony could do some decent things in boxing against some of these YouTube clowns. If RDR loses this fight, do you think he should be removed from title contention? 100%. You can't lose to Brandon Allen and ever be a champion. I'm sorry. That would never be a thing. Come on, Bakoev. Keep his lanky cheating ass down, his weight bully ass down. Bakoev doing a good job right now. He's got his head in his crotch. This is where I find it acceptable, by the way. Is Conor president of Bare Knuckle? He is a part owner. Virgin No Flex. Do you remember me? No, not really. Not really, but welcome back. Why don't you like McGregor now? I don't know, man. He's lost his charisma. He's a bad husband. Oh, Belgarui's cut to shit. I mean, Bakoev's cut to shit. This could be bad. This could be the end of my... Oh, But you're still swinging for him, though. Fair play to Bakoev. But by the way, why is a light faster than a dark when the... I don't know what that means. Do you mean why is a light fight... Why is light faster than dark when... I don't know. I can't break down that sentence. Can you try and say it in a different way? Sorry, Virgin No Flex. I don't remember you, but welcome back nonetheless. Bakoev is struggling here. I think he's gassing a little bit. And he's busted open, so he might have lost the first round. Hard to tell, though. I haven't really been watching too tough. What's up, Luigi VR? How you doing? Talking of someone who's been a regular here. Talk about the India-Pakistan war. I don't know what you want me to tell you. Do you love the Jews? No, not really. I find them fucking arrogant, if I'm being perfectly honest. I have gotten along with some Jewish people in the past, but generally not too keen on them. I'll be real. Nice Switch collection, bro. Thank you very much, Harry McCrory. I'm a couple games away from having 800 in the old collection. What a gargantuan waste of money it's been. But they look good on the shelf, so there's still a way for Connor to redeem himself. If he were to get sober and be a force for good, I think he could become a man again. I think he's either going to wind up dead or doing something decent. Because the thing is, the older we get, we end up kind of Bakoev is getting fucking lit up right now. And now he's just swinging wildly, and Belgarui is picking him off. Bakoev is in serious trouble. Why is light faster than dark when the dark was first? I don't think that's provable, is it? Anti-Semitism. I don't think it's anti-Semitic to say that Jewish people are arrogant. They see themselves as the chosen people that are above all others. If that's not arrogance, I don't know what is. I came yesterday on your live and subscribed, and now I'm back. By the way, love from Pakistan. I do remember. Can you say bottle of water? Yes, I can. Bottle of water. For some reason, people love it when us Brits say bottle of water. I don't know what the attraction is. No, Connor won't make a comeback. He's near 40. I hope he doesn't. If I was him, I wouldn't. If I was a billionaire, I would not be getting punched in the face. The way he talks while he's in BKFC now, it's very, very clear that he's not going to fight again. He said it himself at his last press conference. He's an owner now. Why is he going to get in there and fight? I hate Jews. Can you give me specific reasons so that I can add them to the list? Logan Dent, I'm British. How you doing, bro? Where in Britain are you from? How you doing, Mandu Animations? Welcome. I'm surprised you talking about this confidently about them without thinking of consequences. Don't know what you mean. What consequences? I haven't said anything bad about Jews or anything outside of what they've already put out there themselves. I do think they're generally an arrogant people. Can individual Jewish people be cool people? 100%. But any like group of people who say that they are better than others just because of the fact that they were born kind of disgusts me. I'll be honest. How you doing, Dr. Grab? What's good, bro? Bro, please say, I can do better if I just had butter on my bread. I try to make that sound as posh as humanly possible. All right, Belgarui is kind of picking Bakoev apart at the moment, but Bakoev's still there, to be fair to him. He needs another takedown. He needs a takedown early and to just hump his legs off. LeBron Glazer, how you doing, bro? Bro, your channel's going to end. Don't care. This isn't a living making for me. I only do this for a community. It has nothing to do with making money, so it wouldn't really mean that much to me if it ended tomorrow. Why is light faster than darkness when darkness existed earlier? I'm not sure that that's factual, though. In India, the time is 2:16 a.m. What about your watch? Right now, it's 9:46 p.m. Man, Bakoev is looking desperate right now. Trust me, I'm not necessarily disagreeing with you, but power is a real thing. Ernie Johnson, the Jews don't give a fuck about my ass. I am nobody. Thoughts on Paul Hughes? He's one of my favorite. Paul Hughes is amazing. I don't think he beat Usman in either of those fights, but he did get cheated. So, I do feel bad for him. I'd like to see him in the UFC and see what he can do. You love LeBron. LeBron. I find LeBron to be a bit, I don't know, vanilla. I don't find him particularly interesting or exciting. I've got to give this to Bakoev. He's getting touched up here, but he is still coming forward. Hey, Professor, welcome back with another live. Appreciate you, bro. What's BS, Frank? You value the community over money, obviously, 100%. Are you in shop right now? No, I'm in my office. Nah, say that again without enunciating every word. Say, I would do better if I had butter with bread. I would do better if I had butter with bread. I would do better if I had butter with bread. Someone said, I can't believe you made me say that 3 times. I feel like such a monkey right now. Saturday is my favorite day. College football and UFC. I've got to give credit to Bakoev here. He's really going. Do you think Tupac is still alive? No, I don't. No, I don't. I think he's very much dead. And I think he brought it on himself. And I'm a Tupac fan. He wanted to come out with the whole gangster shit and talk all that mad shit and bring war. He got exactly what he wanted. She left me today. Congratulations, bro. The start of your life is now. Franklin is in his private quarters, 100%. This is my little man cave. I picked the smallest room in the house and I claimed it for my own. LeBron's a greedy two-shoe who wishes everyone liked him. Not my type of guy. Yeah, LeBron's too vanilla for me. He doesn't say anything that merits any kind of response about anything. Do you have any plans for tomorrow? I'll probably go and see my mom. Probably watch a few more. I'll probably watch Man United versus Liverpool and wish death on both of them. I don't know. Spend time with my son. That's probably about it. How does darkness exist if it only exists when there is a lack of existence of light? It's a very interesting existential question. Do you think ring girls are of any use in the UFC? To be honest, yeah, I mostly don't notice them. Are you a Jehovah's Witness? You asked me this yesterday, and I'm still not a Jehovah's Witness. So still no. Ask me again tomorrow. How to move on? Find another woman. There's plenty of fish in the sea, sir. LeBron is a very polarizing figure in USA politically. Why is that? I didn't even know he had political opinions. I didn't even know he had any opinions. What's your opinion on Narendra Modi? Well, I've heard he's very disliked in India now. But the guy's obviously a fucking genius for his a toilet in every house campaign. I mean, that's gangster. What city are you from? I'm from Cork in Ireland, but I grew up in London. Typical Tottenham supporter. I'm a Newcastle fan. So I don't really hate anyone. How you doing, Prem at 9901? What's good, bro? You are. You knocked on my door. Oh. Man, Bakoev is getting fucking smashed right now. Oh, God. He's fucking just getting destroyed. Fair play to Belgaru. I didn't think he had this level of fight in him. Prof, you don't see any of the power of them people, though. I understand you might not have the size of channel to where they're watching, but I warn you, people against possible consequences for their rightful opinion. I haven't said anything bad about them apart from they're arrogant, and they are arrogant. I haven't said I hate them for religious reasons or for their views or anything like that. I'm stating my opinion on what I think of their attitude towards the rest of the world, and they are very arrogant people. Yeah, find another woman. Move on quickly. Get yourself a little revenge fuck and you'll be fine. What's your favorite K-pop Demon Hunter song? I've never heard any of their music. I've never heard it. I'm 40 years old, bro. I shouldn't be listening to that shit. Why don't eggs tell jokes? They'd crack each other up. And what do you call a fake noodle? An impasta. Very good. As a dad, I do appreciate a good dad joke. By the way, I'm now only 5 subs away from 1.4K, which is phenomenal. Love from India. Nice to meet you, Prem. Really glad to have you here. Bro, there's a lizard behind you. We don't get lizards in this country, but nice try. K-pop Demon Hunter is crap. Yeah, I assume it's for teenage girls. I am an atheist. You accept me as a subscriber? I do. I've got nothing against atheists. LeBron is on the side of what people thinks will get him to the most approval. He doesn't necessarily have his own opinions unless... But I don't think athletes should really have opinions about stuff like that. I just think they should shut up and ball. Yeah, I'm 40 years old. I think it's because Yamotha's favorite. I don't look like... Puberty hasn't really hit me yet. My balls are still on the same level and I can't grow a mustache. It's quite tragic. So when I go bald, it's curtains for me. Dang, you don't even have lizards in England. Nah, this country is 100% safety first. We don't have any animals that can do us any considerable harm. No, I'm not originally from an island. I'm from Ireland, man. Do you speak Indonesia? No. Do you watch cricket? I don't, but I used to play it. Cricket's a good sport. Oh, Bakoev is getting fucking smashed now. Oh, Bakoev. Bakoev's about to die in there. And the fight's over. Yeah, absolute destruction. Fair play to Belgarui. Good win. That was an absolute whooping. That was a whooping from start to finish. Are you married? Yeah, I've got kids. So you've never had a beard? No, I mean, I can kind of grow one, but it takes forever. It's over. That was a very I mean, the guy's 6'6", and he looked good tonight. Fair play to him. Bro, if you were 40 years old, then why has your forehead become parking? That's not even funny, though, you know. I mean, I do have a pretty big forehead, but it's been like that since I was born. But I bet I get more bitches than you do. I mean, of course I do. You like people of Islam. I like people for their individual merits, not because of their religious or sexuality. You watch anime? I do. I'm not like an anime nut, but I've seen all the big ones. And I've got anime tattoos on me as well. There's like, you can see Light is there. I've got Saitama's somewhere there. I've got Sasuke and Ichigo's down the middle. So I like it a little bit. Hamzat Chimaev won the poll. That's because I probably had a load of daggies turning up. That can't be true. Hamzat did win the poll. That's crazy. I'm assuming, though, Ernie fucking rigged it. I reckon he's got the power. Damn, yeah, I stopped looking at it. I love you, dear. Nice to meet you as well, sir. Are you British? Technically I am. It depends on what you view Britishness as, because I was born in Ireland, but I grew up in England, and I'm from Nami or Robin. Robin all day long, man. Robin would, I don't mean to sound disgusting, but let's just say they were real life women. Robin would be wifey, Nami would be bit on the side. Sasuke is my favorite. I'd say he's my favorite character in this. Or Orochimaru was one of my favorites as well. Live timings daily. Are you asking what time it is? Give me your 3 favorite fighters' names right now. All right. I would go with Manel Cap, Ilya Topuria, and Yuri Prohaska as of right now. About ice skating. Hey, when I first jumped in the other account, you were talking about taking your son skating. As a Canadian that played hockey growing up, that's cool. Where do you find a rink in your... We've got ice rinks everywhere. Ice skating is fairly popular here. There's actually an ice rinking, a semi-pro ice rinking team near me. We've got like a hockey league, an ice skating hockey league in this country, believe it or not. I will promise to keep my love forever. God damn, that's intense. You don't Islam. That's ridiculous. I can talk about anything. I've got many fucking bows to my... Sorry, I've got many strings to my bow, sir. Have you seen Dragon Ball? Dragon Ball was probably what originally got me into it. I was watching Dragon Ball when I was a kid. I've had Monster recommended to me, but to be honest, Johan, with Monster, it's not on Crunchyroll, which I subscribe to, so I can't find where to get it. Because Monster, I've heard, is amazing. Messi or Ronaldo? Messi. Messi is the natural talent. I live in the UK. I live in a county called Cambridgeshire. Amar Al-Juferi, please shout out. Nice to meet you, bro. I haven't seen Monster, but Johan, it's very, very high on the list. Very high. If you can recommend somewhere where I can find it, obviously, I'm subscribed to Paramount Plus, and I'm subscribed to what do you call it? Crunchyroll, and neither of them has it. Israel or Palestine? I mean, I've got no dog in that fight, but I would have to go with Palestine, just because I know more Muslim people, and I don't know, man. Israel are kind of going on a little bit dark at the moment. Goku versus Saitama. Who's winning? Saitama. One punch, bro. He ends everyone in one punch. Doesn't matter who it is. Monster is available on Netflix. Is it? I don't mind sub. I prefer watching subbed things to dubbed. Monster is on YouTube. Fuck off. It isn't. No, it isn't. You're lying. If it's on YouTube, I'm going to be extremely embarrassed. You must be lying. You lying. You lying. Do you like Juice? Batman versus One Punch Man. All right, now you're getting interesting. Because Batman is fairly interesting. Who's your favorite Spice Girl? The Spice Girls, yeah, are the ultimate thing of cheerleader effect. If you look at them as a unit, yeah, they're hot. If you look at them all individually, they are fucking ugly. But if you're asking the question, I would say I would dick down Scary Spice. I reckon she'd be the most worth it. I reckon I could do you in 8 seconds. You probably could. I don't know. I mean, you could be massive. That doesn't really say anything though. I'm probably smarter than you. Alexa Grasso is looking damn, mate. Do you mean she looks dead? Alexa Grasso is overrated. I am your new follower. Nice to meet you, Jat Devtar. Appreciate you, bro. I think we're ball achingly close to 1.4K. Ball achingly close. Yeah, I'm 3 subs away from 1.4K subscribers, which is crazy to me. I never thought I'd even hit 500, so this is crazy. Death Note versus Attack on Titan. Death Note. I've tried watching Attack on Titan multiple times. I've got to the end of the first season, and I just couldn't continue. I just didn't enjoy it as much. I've just got to be honest. And I do have a light. I do have a light tattoo on my arm. Can Batman come up with a contingency plan? I think he could. That's why it's tough. Only writer wins. Superman versus Batman is an example of that. 100%. Shout out your mama. Yo mama. How are you feeling, Imran Khan? I don't even know who that is. How about that one on America's Got Talent? I'd pipe that one down for sure. That's Scary Spice. I think that's Mel B. And she would definitely be a freak. I mean, Eddie Murphy was hitting that. She's got to be a freak. How many children do you have? I have 3. I have 3. 3 children that I'm aware of. There could be more. But I know of at least 3. Or 3 that I'll speak about. How do you cope with autumn depression? I'll be honest with you, man. Since I've gotten older, I don't really get depressed. I used to get depressed when I was a teenager. But I'm in a very nice middle ground right now. I never get overly happy or excited about anything, but I never get depressed either. I've got great balance in my life at the moment, and I'm kind of grateful for that. Do you have any pets? No, I don't. I don't really want smelly, needy animals in my house. And I know that sounds rude, but I'm too busy. Yeah, Anatolic, just, I don't know. Go 2-3 year dagger starter, forget. Yeah, that's one way of doing it. That's one way of taking care of all of your troubles. Have you read 20th Century Boys? I haven't. Let's have a look. If you think it's worthwhile, I'm always looking to add things to my list here. I've always got I'd never even heard of this. And it's written by Naoki Urasawa. I'm going to add this to the list. Let me take a quick picture. Which anime series to you fell off the hardest? What time is it on your tattoo? 4 p.m. Oh shit, no, 7 p.m. What is your deepest secret? I don't really have any secrets. It's from the same author as Monster. I'm gonna give it a try. What do you do for a living? I'm a English professor. I'm a professor of English literature. Manon Fiorot needs to win today to get back into title contention. I think Jasmine Jasuda Vicious is very, very good, but this should be a wash for Manon Fiorot. She should be able to block the. She should be able to block the takedowns and then beat her up. Yeah, I'm gonna check Monster as soon as I get off here. I'm gonna start watching Monster because if it's on Netflix, I'm pretty sure I've got a subscription for that, and if not, I'll just buy one and I'll check it out because everyone's been recommending me Monster. How old are you? I'm 40 years old. I'm actually going to be 41 next week. You should continue watching Attack on Titan. It's one of the best. I will give it a shot. I will. Yo, bro, where am I going? Heaven or hell? Have a think to yourself, though. How do you perceive heaven and how do you perceive hell? And where would you want to go? We need a lecturer like you in Bangladesh. I would love to come over to Bangladesh someday. I did know a Bangladeshi guy in university and he absolutely snaked me, but I don't judge your entire people on that. Do you think Mary Jane from the first Spider-Man movie is a toxic girlfriend? 100%. 100% though. I think every woman is a toxic girlfriend. Or 99%. The fact that there's this many anime fans in the comments show me exactly why there are so many more DJ fans than there were 10 years ago. Only anime I ever watched was Boondocks isn't an anime, sir. Maybe it counts. Frankie, you should stop telling people what you do, at least in these vertical streams. It makes no difference. I'm very, very careful about the details that I leave. Don't you worry. And by the way, Westy, just to be clear, yeah, I wouldn't say anything that I'm not comfortable with if I thought it was going to affect my real life. I don't care. I have every contingency in my life planned for. The UK is becoming like Bangladesh. In what sense? Why do you judge? Who do I judge? I show Speed or Kai. I don't really know that much about them, but hang on a second. My daughter's calling me. Give me a minute. All right, I'm back. Sorry about that. She didn't want to ring. She forgot her keys and didn't want to ring on the doorbell. I raised that one right. The UK is an Islamic country now. No, it's not. Boondocks is more of a cartoon. Yeah, it's not an anime. I mean, I don't know what would qualify as an anime. Are you humble, mate? You see bullying in school or face some negativity because you're good natured? Yeah, I hate bullies. I can't stand bullies. I think they're disgusting. Tomorrow, my friend's birthday. Please wish him well. His name is Ninu Aripakuni. Shout out to you, sir. My city was mentioned in Monster shortly. I'm from Germany. Germany's a great country. Please give me tips that will help me to top in my competitive exam. What exam are you taking? Monster is one of the best, but it's also very slow. I hope you're good with. I am. I'm very patient. I like slow burners. I'm willing to be persistent. You have to be willing to commit to time if you're a reader, like an avid reader, which I am. Last month, my car had a diesel run out. You mean you just ran out of diesel? That's unfortunate. That's a bully mindset to adopt. That someone is disgusting. How you doing, Liam Miller? Liam Miller, where are you from, by the way? That's an interesting picture you've got there. Buddy, do you know some fighting moves? Box. I know how to wrestle, and I know how to. And I used to be a judoka when I was younger. Before leaving, I want to tell you that once again, you look great at the age of 40. You look 25. Good night. Unknown edits, as always. Thank you so much for your patronage. I appreciate having you here. You're an absolute legend, and I hope you are having a very happy and wonderful life. Johan is the best antagonist ever, and he is so much more than that. And now your card is destroyed. I will go to Bangladesh one day. It's on the list for sure. To be fair, yeah, even though Jim Smith has turned up just as I was thinking this, we've had limited gay shit happen tonight. I guess we're weeding out all the weirdos. You lost the war, Redcoat. I'm Irish, bro. So shout out to you. Congratulations on your victory, on your early stoppage victory. You are gay. You wish I was gay. I'm fucking straight as an arrow, sir. Primevia Learn. I'm going to subscribe to you. You talk beautifully. Thank you very much. Sometimes foul stuff does come out of my mouth, but I try to limit it as much as possible. It's just very hard. Don't go, man. They are hooligans. Come India, brother. Live in my house. I appreciate the offer. I don't really like imposing on people. When you had loads of people, idiot. I don't understand the context of what you're saying. What do you mean, Ducky? And who's that fat cunt in your profile? See what I mean? Foul-mouthed. I can't help myself sometimes. I've been watching none of this card. This is better than watching the UFC these days. And we left y'all do whatever. We gave you land. Ducky, I'm so confused right now. I don't know what side you're on. How you doing, Elijah? Hey, girl. Light or Ayanokoji? That's a tough question. Yeah, you lost the war, Redcoat. That's a weird thing to say to me. If anything, we're on the same side. Are you a Tommy Robinson fan? I'll be honest with you, man. I don't know that much about him, HA. I don't get involved with politics or anything around here. I live in an isolated village in front of a lake. I go to work. I spend time with my family. I don't give a fuck about what goes on in this country. You can call me selfish. You can call me a prick for that. I don't care. Because I'm sure that if I got involved in it, none of it would be good. I own my house here. One day I'm just gonna rent it out and fuck off somewhere nice. So I don't give a fuck about Tommy Robinson or anything that goes on in this country. Because I'm not gonna be around long enough to see it sink into shit. Why isn't my message sent? I can see you now, bro. Oh my god, India, a big nowhere judiciary system is a joke where rape is seen as a normal thing, where people have zero civic sense, corruption, no faculty. I've heard that rape is a big problem in India. I've heard it is, but it's not the only country that has this problem. Pretty bad in Sweden, but there are a lot of people in India. The fact that it happens as often as it does is not great. Thanks for ignoring my mistakes. My English is a little weak. No problem. BPL, I feel like you ask me this every time you come in here. I am Irish, but I grew up in England. Did you know that the Third Reich was, in technological terms, far above other countries? They were. It's very, very true. And their trains always ran on time, or so I heard. It will be isolated until the immigrants come there and conquer. Trust me on that. It's coming. I mean, I get where you're coming from, but I don't think you've ever been to England, right? Or maybe you're in England now and I'm talking out of my ass. I don't know. It sounds like the Germans are getting to know each other. By the way, German sense of humor is one of the most underrated. You guys are the most underrated funny fuckers I've ever met. That's not true. Just visit once and then decide. I will. I think everything deserves a chance. The only thing that's put me off going into certain places is I don't like places that are too crowded. You live in a peaceful life, bro. Not involving politics is a good job. I hate Shay. That's 100% it. I don't care about what goes on because none of it's going to be good. Let's be honest. Where are you from? Irish. Grew up in England. Do you like the 2WW? What's that? Johan, you sound like Johan. You need to direct me to more excellent anime suggestions because I tell you what I'm gonna do. Yeah, I'm gonna watch Monster, or I'm gonna start watching Monster tonight, and then I'm gonna give you my honest opinion about it. But I am gonna give it plenty of time. I've got the next couple of weeks off. I'm gonna get on it. I'm from Azerbaijan. Nice to meet you, Nazrin. We've had a few people from Azerbaijan in over the last couple of weeks. You are very welcome to the channel. Lovely to meet you here. I have a half English friend. Johan, where in Germany are you based, by the way? Germany is a phenomenal country, so clean. The people there are so friendly, and you guys are so funny, man. Germans are underrated for comedy. Genuinely. I love English, but live with maths. Fair enough, bro. I think most people are wired one way or the other. I have personally more of a language-based brain, if I'm being honest with myself. I like Irish culture. What do you like about it in particular? What is your favorite and least favorite country? My favorite country is probably Thailand, if I'm being honest. There's just something special about that place. It just feels like a fun place to be. My least favorite country was Kuwait, and that's because they stopped me from getting pussy when I was there by asking for a marriage certificate, and I will never forgive that. And it looks like Stoke in the 1970s. So I would say Kuwait. But nothing against Kuwaiti people in general. I don't like being told who I can put my dick in. Don't appreciate that. Please smile a little bit. If I smile unorganically, I'm gonna look like a creep. I live in west of Germany. Ever heard about the football club Dortmund? Dortmund has the best fan base in the world. The fucking yellow wall. Haha, I'm from Thailand. No, you can't be. Where are you from in Thailand? How many ladyboys? Here's the thing, Ernie Johnson. Ladyboys are very easy to spot. And there are plenty of people who are into that kind of thing. I personally am not into that. And I think if you have sex with ladyboys, you are a homosexual. But again, there's nothing wrong with that. If that's what you like, that's up to you. Personally, that's not my flavor. But as Cangrejo is saying, it's cheap there. The people are friendly. It feels like the place is open 24/7. It's a nice place. Nice try, Diddy. Don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck if you think I'm Diddy. I enjoy my life. What do you recommend to improve my English? Which movie, serial, or book do you recommend? I would say, Nazrin, I said this in yesterday's stream. My honest opinion to you, whatever you are interested in, find English TV shows, magazines, books about that, and use that as a basis to start. Because if you're interested in it, you're more likely to learn. Then once you've got that as a base, start moving on. Would you jujitsu a ladyboy? No. No. Do you like DDR? I don't know what's DDR. Do you watch cricket? I don't watch cricket. Good sport though. Messi or Ronaldo? Messi. Messi is the natural GOAT, whereas Ronaldo is the product of really good work. Take your time with Monster. As I already mentioned, it's a bit slow. Looking forward to your opinion. It's next up. I was actually going to watch it, but then I couldn't find it, and then I ended up watching fucking hell, JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. I did 2 seasons of that. I thought it was okay. New Zealand is the best at cricket. I don't think so. I would give it to India or Pakistan. They usually have the most goated cricket teams. Why are you here? Just to forge a community, really. I'm not here for money. What province do you like to travel in Thailand? All right, so I've mostly been to Phuket and Bangkok. I haven't really been to much of the provinces, to be honest. And I used to prefer Bangkok, but it's a little bit too wild for me. Phuket is kind of better. I think Phuket is just a bit more low key and a bit more chilled. I need to. I've been to Koh Samui as well. Koh Samui is nice, but I need to visit more islands. But I don't go to the beach that much because, as you can see, I'm very white, and I get burned very fucking easily. I'm finishing up graduate school to be a dietitian this year. Do you think I should move to a different country or stay in the USA? I think you should move to a different country. I think you should go somewhere where the tax is low and the salary is high, and that they pay for your accommodation, and you will be laughing. Ever thought of visiting Pakistan? It's not very high on my list, I'll be honest, but it's getting closer to the top. You live in Bangkok. Whereabouts do you live in Bangkok? Bangkok is an amazing city. Amazing. I think I've been to Thailand about 30 times. Sir, I'm forgetting English words day by day. What can I do? Um, Practice makes perfect. Near Siam BTS. Wow. So you're right in the thick of it. I used to stay in an apartment in Tonglo. It's kind of far enough away from the action zone, but close enough to kind of, close enough to places like Terminal 21 and Asuk and places like that. So, but my hometown is Saifa. So what do you do for work in Thailand? What do you do there? I'm not sure what all these abbreviations are, Till Eric. You're getting me intrigued though. Read English books. So is American English or British English? British English is real English. American English is dumbed down English for morons. I'm kidding. Means the two areas that got split in world. Ah, I see what you mean. What is your scariest traveling experience? Oh, wow. Um, I haven't had anything that's too outrageously scary, to be honest. I think when I was in America and had somebody run into I was in a convenience store. And it wasn't a convenience store. They were selling like it was a mobile phone shop and someone ran in with a gun. And it's happened to me before where someone's running with a gun and I didn't really care. But I was with my kids and I was fucking terrified. The guy just then screamed some shit and then ran out and got chased down the. But that was fucking scared. That was fucking scary. Have you ever sharted? Come on, bro. It's like asking, have you ever breathed? Have you inhaled oxygen? Sorry, have you inhaled oxygen into your lungs? You're a chemist. Very interesting. Thai medicine is unbelievable. The Thai medical services are incredible. Honestly. If you need anything medical done, go to Thailand. It's relatively cheap, but such high quality. Shout out to Thailand. What a place. Do you like video games or something like this? I do own a lot of video games, as you can see in the background. Let me try and get out of your way real quick. I do own an awful lot of video games, but I don't really play games that much. It's kind of a weird habit that I never stopped doing. The new Roman Empire coming to Europe is ready, and now America is shifting into the place for the takeover. Freedom will soon be outlawed. Very strong. Have you ever played chess? I've played chess a couple of times. I wouldn't say I consider myself to be a naturally intelligent person, somewhat. Um, if you have any experience in chess, you will fuck me up. Your favorite UFC KO of all time? I think the one when Buckley KO'd Impa Kasanganai, just because it felt like death, and it was such a you never see KOs like that. You know the spinning kick where he kicked him right in the face and he just that one. Try Split Fiction. I've tried Split Fiction. It's sensational. I played It Takes Two with my wife and almost wanted to kill her. I almost killed her. It was such a frustrating experience. Never play It Takes Two with your partner or Split Fiction. It will get you divorced or close enough to it. Just some advice from me to you. Split Fiction's amazing though. I think It Takes Two is slightly better though. A Dirty Dog. How you doing, Spencer the Third? I am a dirty dog. But Moonlight Emperor, that's just the first one that came to mind. There are so many great KOs. You look like a hobbit, man. Main lead. Do you mean Elijah Wood? I wish I had his hair, man. Oh my goodness. Come on, Pref. I thought those books. No, all my books are downstairs. I've got some good first editions, man. How you doing, AU? Bro, Ernie Johnson, this is a man cave. In a man cave, you have the shit that you don't want people to see that are in your real life. Do you know what I mean? Downstairs is where I've got the sophisticated shit. Germany has great sides, but the politics are really bad. In what sense? I've got to be honest with you. I don't know that much about German politics. I really don't. Germany's an incredible nation, though. They really are. A strong nation, and you build things very, very well. Like I said, you people are funny. I love going to Germany. Like I said, clean, friendly, always a good time. How are you doing over Mortal Psycho? Hey girl, I'm back. Oh dear. You read that much? Yeah, I kind of got no choice. It's mostly for my job. But I enjoy reading. I can't get to sleep unless I've read in the evening. What are your hobbies? I'd say it's mostly like sport. I spend a lot of time with my children. Have you ever tried Indian food? I have. Germany is a really strong country, really strong. Bro, still talking. I go EQT and drink, and you're still here. Yeah, man, why not? David Wagner. Hopefully, you are another German. How you doing, sir? And I pronounced it correctly, Wagner. Wagner always reminds me of the girl with a dragon tattoo. That series. How you doing, Cheddar Will? Lovely to see you here. But not, and now you're just shouting out. You come in and say hello, and then you're shouting out banana. How to reduce screen time? I'm 18. Honestly, Primeval Learn. Start reading, bro. Reading is the best way to get away from that. Just grab yourself a book and just start reading. Yeah, Omar, I do. I've got almost. It's not just Nintendo Switch games. I've got nearly 800 Switch games now. I think I'm about 7 or 8 games away from having 800. Cool advice for someone younger to you. Yeah, I think my advice to younger people is always, like I said, pursue the things that you love in this world, and spend time doing things that enrich other people's lives. Don't always think about yourself, and pursue what you love always. Mhm. Germany's got a great history too. Ever heard of Mustache Man? He was visionary. To be fair, Adolf Hitler was Austrian. Where are you from? Which country? I'm from Ireland, but I grew up in the UK. We have finally crapped. We have finally creeped over 1.4 thousand subscribers. So shout out to all of you. Can I have a shout out? A&J's Nursery, shout out to you. Why is your name A&J's Nursery? Is that your business name? I feel like I need to know the history behind you. I mean, even before the Third Reich, we had the German Empire very strong. Yeah, Germany's always been a very proud nation. And Brahim is just spamming oranges for some reason. Shout out to you, sir. We've now got Troy Barlow versus somebody. I subscribe, Johan. I really appreciate that. What I'm really doing here, the vertical streams here are a little bit rough because we do have some insane people turn up here that just talk mad shit. However, as I was saying yesterday, the more people we get that are chilled and want to have a good chat, when I go back to doing my regular streams, I'm hoping those people will keep tagging along, and then we'll just have a nice community of 50 to 100 people who turn up regularly, and we can just talk about whatever we want respectfully. You know what's weird, yeah? I've never been to France. Never. I've been to almost every European country. I've never been to France. And I can't figure out why. Mustache Man is visionary. I've read Mein Kampf. Problem for him is he went against what? I've heard Mein Kampf is definitely worth reading. Just purely from an ideological perspective. Hitler was definitely an opportunist. Your dream UFC main event? That is a really, really good question. Wow. I'd have to say right now it would probably be Aspinall and John Jones, just because I think he's the only person that can send him into an early grave. That sounded too dark. I want John Jones to be okay, but I want us to think we're dead. He gets beaten that badly, and then the next day everyone's like, "Oh no, he's alive. He's fine." Stop being mad at others because you're not circumcised. How do you know I'm not circumcised? It's very presumptuous of you, sir. Today I've learnt many things from you today. You are very helpful. My name is Alamin. Nice to meet you, Alamin. My name is Francis, but everyone calls me Frankie. I'm from India. Not really. The Third Reich was way stronger, but the Japanese Empire allied with the Third Reich, so they got support against the USA. Not a bad move. You live in London. What a comeback for your boys today, the Palace boys today. Congratulations. Never say die. Have you ever been to Isle of Wight? I went there when I was a kid. I currently live in Cambridgeshire, which is in the UK. That's where I live at the moment, but I've lived all over the place. You're from India. Welcome to you, Wolf Gaming. Hope you're well. Where in London do you live? Do you live in Crystal Palace? I'm assuming you're a dirty Southwest Londoner, which is where I grew up as well, by the way. I grew up in a place called Clapham. I give way too much information about myself. But if I was going to get doxxed, it would have happened a long time ago. So yeah, I live in the UK. Weird. I went to the Isle of Wight a few years ago. It's really nice. I went there as a kid. I'm well. I'm really good, man. I'm kind of half watching the UFC fights in the background. But I'm having way more fun talking to you guys. And I've been here 2 hours already. It's unbelievable. It's unbelievable. I'm going to shut my window over again. I keep having these weird... Have you ever tried Indian food? I have. I mean, Indian food in the UK is pretty good. It's probably the most reliable takeaway you can get here. Bro, super chat bot on. I'm not monetized. I don't want to make money from YouTube. So German and Japanese get along with each other very well, even in anime. Monster plays in Germany and Attack on Titan has many German elements. Well, they've got a long history together, don't they? And the thing is, Johan, history is always written by the winning side, isn't it? So there are things that went on both sides that both countries won't be proud of. And there are many things that went on both sides that both countries can continue to be proud of. But as I said, victory is written, the history is written by the victors, and often it's not. In fact, it's never accurate. Mine is a remarkable book from an ideological and intellectual perspective. If you don't speak German or don't have someone trusted reading it to you, it's not worth it at all. And you're risking all... Yeah, I guess so. You have to read it in the original language, I guess, which I'll never have the opportunity to do. What's your job? I am a professor of English literature. Are you handsome? I would say that beauty is in the eye of the beholder. So some people will be attracted to the way that I look, and other people will think that I look like a ugly gremlin. It clearly comes down to your preferences. I've reported the poll. Thank you. I'm glad that somebody eventually did. Who was the greatest person in history? I don't really want to commit to that. It's a hard one. I don't believe everything that I read and see. I'll put it that way. Do you have Instagram? I do have Instagram, but I don't really use it. Bad MMA Math is my Instagram, but you're more likely to catch me on Twitter. Your prediction for the Ashes? I've got no idea, bro. The Ashes is when the England play Australia, right? England won the last one, didn't they? So probably Australia will win the next one. He is a professor, looks very young. Yeah, I'm 40 years old. I'm actually going to be 41 next week, sorry. Yeah, in terms of military and technological terms, the Third Reich is something to be proud of, but only that. The rest was completely inhuman. I mean, yeah, you've got to remember as well, I mean, I'm sure you know this better than anyone. Germany was reeling at the time after World War I, and there were so many restrictions put on them by the rest of Europe that they were feeling dehumanized themselves and unfairly treated. And they got behind a man that promised to restore Germany to the power that they once were. Did you go a little bit too far? Of course. But it wasn't like it just came out of nowhere. And I think people often overlook that fact. Are you a fan of Harry Maguire? No. Sometimes people say I look like him though, which is very disturbing. Oh, hi, Irish Harry Potter. What's up? How you doing? Obdiraxman Shareyev. Can we just go Obdi? I'll go with Obdi. Are you excited for the new Harry Potter series? Nah. No, I read the books when I was young, but I'm not ashamed to admit that. But Ashu, thank you so much for coming. It's been a pleasure to have you here. I hope you have a wonderful evening, and I look forward to welcoming you back to the channel in the future. Have a wonderful day. The poll was a wash from the start. By the way, I would actually disagree with the poll. As it stands, after all of that, you disagree with the poll that you initiated. You are the king of you are the goat of trolls, Ernie Johnson. You are 40. Are you Benjamin Button? No. I I was about to say that I wish I was, but I don't think I'd want that unless I could age back again. I'm waffling. Um, no, I'm just relatively young looking, I guess. You will look like Elon Musk if you stretch your mouth. I better not stretch my mouth then. Have you ever been to Greece? Greece is sensational. I spent 2 weeks in Athens and I've been to Santorini as well. It's one of my favorite places to visit. Um, my partner at the time was not as, and we went out on a beautiful boat in Santorini as well. I went there with my kids. Greece is sensational. The food is amazing. People are great. It feels like paradise. Greece is phenomenal. Shout out to you. You have a great evening, brother. See you next time. Johan, it was an absolute pleasure. Thank you so much for coming along. I'm going to watch Monster the first chance I get, which I'll start it tonight, and then I'll give you my opinion. Thank you so much. What is his diet? I need to know. I'll tell you something, Anshi. I don't drink very much. I very rarely drink alcohol. I don't smoke. I don't get too much sunshine. And I drink a lot of water. And I moisturize. So if any of those things could be helpful to you. Is Stalin nice or was he bad? According to history, he was not a nice man, but Obus 8, you asked me this. Oh, no, this is a slightly different question. You versus Harry Potter, 5 rounds, but you can only use one arm. But he can use his wand still, right? With a stupid government. Yeah, the Greek government have let you guys down because you basically live in a fucking paradise. And they've managed to fumble that. Are you okay? Angela Romero, I'm absolutely fine. Life is okay. I can't complain too much. Pleasure to meet you. Where are you from, Angela Romero? Assuming I don't know you or have met you in life already, which is highly possible. Where are you now? I am in the United Kingdom. Stalin is technically way worse than the German guy. You can make that argument. You could definitely make that argument. Hinduism is the greatest religion ever. Why do you think that, Heisenberg? Can you lay your case down? We should do that one day. We should have a what's the goated religion stream. That will get nasty. That will get a few people cancelled. Do you know anyone of Bangladesh? Yeah, I used to go to a guy from I used to go to university with a guy from Bangladesh. We were really good friends for like 3 years, and then he fucking snaked me. Horrible little cunt. But I don't judge all Bangladeshi people on one person, obviously. Amir Khan, how you doing, sir? Tom Aspinall versus Cyril Gane. Who's winning? Tom Aspinall. It's got to flatline him. Do you watch cricket? I don't watch cricket, unfortunately, and I know that will disappoint you, but I enjoy it. I think fuck the you. I enjoyed reading that. Thank you. We call our prime minister Mr. Bean. Oh God. I mean, how long has your prime minister been in charge now? Because Greece has been fucked up for a while. Do you know Kathy Brown? Do you mean personally? Personally, no. Love from India. How are you doing, Shubham Mavi? People forget Stalin won half of Europe as part of a deal to finish off the Germans. Damn, what a snake. Kathy Brown. She is a singer of dance music of 90s. Hang on a second. Kathy Brown. Why does that name sound familiar? American singer. Um, I've probably heard quite a lot of her music and didn't know what her name was. Damn, she's been around for a while. And she's still making music now. Who is your favorite philosopher? Oh, that's a tough question. That's a really tough question. Yeah, I really don't know how to answer that. My immediate answer was like Nietzsche, but it's not. Nietzsche's such a stupid answer. 6 years of Mr. Bean, fucking hell. I would probably go with Socrates. I'm from Switzerland. Switzerland is another amazing country. You lot have really got your shit together. The thing I appreciate about the Swiss is the fact that you interchange between languages so easily. Did you read many books in your university life? I mean, I never kept count, but yeah, it was all about reading. Reading was central to my existence. When I see your streams, it makes me happy. Have a wonderful day. When I cannot get out of bed, Till Eric, I really appreciate that. Philosophers are all just windbags, though, aren't they? If you watch a music video of Alex Sirhan, maybe you'll see a UFO. Aliens definitely exist. I mean, you'd be stupid to think that they don't. Really stupid to think that they don't. Oh, this Santos and Barlow fight is looking sensational. And Santos looks like he's taken over. I kind of hope he wins here because my parlay obviously lost, or one of them lost. So if Santos wins as well, I'll feel less bad about it. Oh, Barlow's been clipped. If you go to New York, then you're an alien. My daughter's currently studying in New York. Rent is so expensive there. Fucking hell, it's costing us like 5,000 a month. It's ridiculous, and she doesn't have the biggest apartment. What did you study in university? I studied educational studies and English literature. Have you seen the trend, Oliveira's merch? I haven't. I haven't. Oliveira's a pretty cool dude. He has good artistic talent, to be fair to him. All right, guys, I'm probably gonna wrap it up pretty soon. But I've heard I am crazy. I'm fucking. You don't know the half of it. This is believe it or not, yeah. This is the toned down version of me. I don't really have a favorite quote because Englishman in New York is a classic. All right, I'm gonna wrap it up. I think, guys. I think I've wasted enough of your time for today. So I'm gonna come back tomorrow and waste even more of your time. Angela Romero, thank you very much for the compliment. I appreciate that. Um, at my age, it's nice to get compliments whenever you can get them. So I appreciate you. Um, if you could like the channel, please, while you're here. I'm gonna finish watching this UFC card because it's quite late in the evening now. Um, but I will be back tomorrow. So do subscribe, do keep watching. And I do open-ended panels sometimes on a Sunday where I just stick the link in there and I let anyone turn up, and it gets very interesting. Is London safe? My children plan to London's safe, but I wouldn't live there I lived there for like 20 odd years. And to be honest with you, it's become a dystopian shithole. I love music. What kind of music are you into, Angela? Are there any Mocklemizers on here? I hope you lose tomorrow. You Isaac thieving cunts. Love from Newcastle. Londonistan. Well, Troy Barlow is getting fucked up now. Oh, and now, oh, nope, he's back. Santos is starting to piece his ass up. Anyway, guys, enjoy the rest of your weekend. Enjoy the rest of your evening. I very much appreciate everyone who's turned up here today. Thank you for getting the sub count up above 1.4K. I'm blown away. I never thought I'd ever have this many subs. But hope to see you again, Angela Romero, Moonlight Emperor. Hope to see you again. I'm looking forward to getting to know each and every one of you. So I'll be back tomorrow around the same time. I'm not sure if we're going to be doing a panel or not. We may have some other YouTube guys on. I'm going to do a quick check to see if there's anyone online now that is worth your time. Oh, I would say There is an Aussie gentleman by the name of Dougie's Corner, who is a long-standing friend of the channel. There's also Combat Casual. So I'm going to put both their links in the description. Maybe you could turn up to these guys, give them a... London is blue or red. Right now, I'd say it's more blue than red. Whoever's in power, it's always the opposite side. Unfortunately. So you've got Combat Casual as an option, and you've got Dougie's Corner as an option. Carver, I'm really sorry, man. I'm really glad you're here. I'm about to head off, but Carver, I will be back tomorrow. Shout out to you and your beautiful mustache. I will, and shout out to you, Mariner. Nice to have another representative of Greece in here. I'll see you all tomorrow. I'll be back around the same time, probably about 8:30 UK time, and I'll probably do a couple of hours, and we can talk about, as always, whatever the hell you guys want to talk about. Much love to all of you. Israel, sorry, I'm about to head off. Have a wonderful rest of your day, and thanks to all of you who hung out with me today. I really appreciate each and every one of you. David Wagner, shout out, brother. Take it easy, guys. Much love. If you could like the stream on the way out, I'd really appreciate it. Yeah, we may have a little debate. You can jump on as well if you want, Ernie Johnson. It'll be fun. Oh, I do. We do those. We debate everything. It's been crazy. Jesus loves you. Thank you very much, Chef Aston. I needed that tonight. Take it easy, my guy. Much love. Kiera Whitcop, take it easy. See you later, Natalie. Bye bye. Thanks for stopping by. Sorry for the sudden leaving, but I'm tired. In a bit, guys. See you tomorrow. Peace, Kerry. Shout out to Rob's neighbor.